So we are going to start lying down. Hands open. It's quite nice. We have chakra points in our wrists, energy points, meridian points. It's kind of Chinese medicine and various different traditional medical systems around the world. They all believe in the one thing, that we have these in Indian terms, in yogic terms, they call them nodis, and they are energy points all around the body, but there are two in the wrists. And I urge you to have your hands open in your shavasana as you start the practice, because it's opening up your energy points so you become more receptive. And you're starting to bring your awareness to your breath, your inhale, your exhale. Just noticing how you're feeling in your body today, how you're feeling in your mind. Using the breath to bring you down, allowing you to relax into the ground. Just being aware of any areas in the body that you're holding, and consciously, mindfully let them go. Certainly around the knees, the hips, the lower back, the spine, the shoulders, the neck. Really consciously breathe out any tension in those hot spots. And the intention of our practice today is going to be about, unlocking the body. So especially for men, actually, I've been doing a lot of research around yoga for men, because the physiology obviously is very different. But unlocking the body, often, all of us, girls as well, we feel trapped in our bodies. Our bodies aren't as mobile as we'd like them to be. We feel stiff. We can't move as freely as we'd like to. So yoga is all about just bringing mobility and, releasing that sense of kind of unlocking the muscles, tissue, unlocking movement, so you can flow more easily. So really using the breath to feel the quality of the breath, inhaling, exhaling fully, completely. And through this practice, we're going to work a lot on, we did this same sequence last week. We're going to add a few more layers. But what we're going to do is we're going to speed it up a little bit, and we're going to really try and find that sense of freedom in our movement, unlocking our body so we can flow more easily. So that comes through breath, it comes through foundation, really checking where your feet are. It comes through stabilization, feeling rooted down. Expansion, opening up the body. Reflection, feeling the sensations of the stretch. So just becoming aware of yourself in your body, on your mat, in this moment. And you can either keep your eyes closed, or you can open them and keep the gaze down. And you can just bring your soles of your feet together. So your arms are still out to the sides, with your wrists, palms facing the sky, backs of the hands resting on the ground. So you're pushing the soles of the feet together in your diamond-shaped legs, and you're letting those knees fall out side to side. Okay, now on the inhale, you're just going to raise that right knee up, and on the exhale, you're going to drop the right knee to the left side, look right. Breathe it out. Stay here for a breath or so. Really breathe into that really nice stretch for the lower back, the right hip. Exhale. Really feeling into that sense of opening all around that lower right side of the body. Inhaling, you're going to bring that right knee up to center. Exhale, you're going to drop the right knee to the right side and then let the left knee come down to the right, meeting the right knee, looking left. Exhale. Close your eyes here, it's so good. Get somatic. Really breathe into the left lower back. Exhale any tension in the area. Inhale, bring that left knee up to center. Push those soles of the feet together as you drop that left knee down to the left side, and then keep tracking up with that right knee until it comes over to the left side to meet the left knee. Look right. Exhale. Big breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to roll over to your left side. You're going to bring your right palm to meet the left as you breathe out. And then on the inhale, you're going to sweep that right arm all the way around the back of your mat. And you're going to exhale as you bring it to the right side. Drop that right shoulder down to meet the ground. Inhale, roll back over to the left side. Let your right palm meet the left palm. Inhale as you sweep that right arm all the way around the back of your head, top of your mat. Big circle with that right hand. And then look to the right side. So you're trying to, again, you're trying to ground that right shoulder down into the floor. Exhale. Inhale, bring that right knee up to center. And then on the exhale, you're going to drop that right knee to the right side. Bring that left knee to meet the right side. Look left. Exhale. Inhale, you're going to roll to your right side until your left hand meets the right. Inhale, and you're going to sweep that left arm all the way around the back of your mat. Big circle with that left arm. Exhaling as you drop that left shoulder into the ground, looking left. Exhale. Inhaling, rolling back over to the right side until the right palm touches the left. Inhale, sweep that left arm all the way around the back of your head. Big circle. Exhale. Big breath in here. Exhale. Inhale, you're going to bring that left knee up to center. And then on the exhale, you're going to just drop that left knee out to the left side, push the soles of the feet together, push the lower back into the ground, and just a couple of breaths here, just allowing all that front body to open around those inner thighs. Push the soles of the feet together. And especially for the male physiology, the hips, you know, they're scared to let go, you know. There's a lot of tension and resistance here. Just really try to just release those knees. Big breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to bring those ankles up. You're going to hold on to the ankles. Don't push the soles of the feet together. Just rock it out side to side a little bit, or you can stay static here. It's quite nice just not to move and just be still for a change. So you can just try that. Just staying still, holding around the ankles, and just noticing the sense of space that's coming from just being here. You're unlocking all that trapped kind of fascia, all that stored tension in the inner thighs. And on the inhale, you're going to extend the left leg down. You're going to hold on to that right knee with the right hand and grab hold of the right heel with the left hand in your supine pigeon. And just gently rock side to side. You're just gently bringing mobility into the right hip. And then you're going to release that right heel with your left hand, and you're going to open up the right arm, shoulder height, palm to sky. And you're going to bring that right knee to the left side in your side twist. And you're going to support the bottom of that right knee with your left hand. So here you should have your right knee in line with your right hip. Okay, so it's parallel to the ground. And then you can drop that right shoulder into the floor. You can look right. Exhale. So before you're coming into this full twist, you're supporting the leg. So your body's kind of getting used to being in the shape. And then you can just let go of that right knee and just let it fall down to the left side, still pushing that right shoulder into the floor. So your body's finding its own edge. You know, gravity's pulling that right knee down. It's a nice right angle with the right knee. And it's finding its edge without force. On the inhale, you're going to sweep your left arm up underneath your ear. You're going to roll all the way over. You can bring that right hand down onto the lower back. You can rest that left ear on the left arm and really open up that right shoulder. Hand is resting on the lower back. And then you can just bend into that left knee and grab the little toe side of that left foot and then push away. You're getting a nice thigh stretch on the left side. Exhale. So you're really opening up the right lung, really opening up that right shoulder. You can really breathe a lot more easily that way. So you're freeing up the breath, you know. A couple of breaths here. Pushing away, feeling that opening of the front right side body, the left thigh. And then on the inhale, you're going to release that left foot. You're going to roll onto your back. You're going to cross that right foot so it's just touching over that left knee. And you're going to hold onto that right knee with your right hand. And you're going to hold back onto the right heel with your left hand. So you were doing this earlier with your pigeon, but this time you're doing it, but you're using that left knee to push up against the outside of that right ankle, flex that right foot. And you'll notice that if you just gently rock back and forth that left knee, you'll feel the intensity of the right hip flexor. You'll feel the stretch intensifying as you bring that left knee in towards your face or to the back of your mat, and then you're just releasing that tension. You know, so this is where you're getting the stretch. It's all in the left leg that's creating the stretch on your right hip, if that makes sense. Okay, and then from here you can extend that left leg high, so you're pushing that left heel skywards. Still flex this right foot. Big breath in, and then you're going to just release that left hand, put it somewhere on the outside of your left knee, and you're going to rock up. See if you can just rock up just the once. It might take you a couple of rocks, but see if you can rock up just the once. And you're holding this pose. You're holding the right knee with your right hand. You're flexing that right foot. You're flexing the left foot. You're using the core to keep yourself balanced and off the ground. And then when you're ready, then you can release that left leg down to the floor, and you've got the right foot resting over the left knee. Bind your hands around that right knee. Sit tall. Close your eyes here if that feels good. Flex that left foot, and you're really grounding down through the sit bones into the mat. You're binding your hands around that right knee, so you're feeling like you're being supported. You can leverage yourself up so you can sit tall. You're lifting out of the top of the head. And on the inhale, you're going to raise your arms high, reaching up through your fingertips. Really reach high. Big breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to twist to your right. You're going to try and bring that left elbow to hook around that right knee if that's available to you, and then look over your right shoulder. You're remembering you're twisting from your mid-core as opposed to your shoulders or your neck or your chest. Inhale, bring your arms above the head. Big breath in, reach as high as you can. Exhale, you're going to twist to your left, exhaling. Sitting tall still, you're on your left fingertips. You're still grounding down through the right foot. Your left foot is flexed. You're leveraging your right elbows on the inside of that right leg, so you can leverage your way around, twisting from here. And then from here, you're going to slide your left hand all the way down along the back towards the back of your mat, in line with your left hip. And you're going to gently shimmy over onto the outside edge of that left foot, so you're in your sort of supported side plank. If this is too strong, you can come onto your forearm, but have a go with your full side plank. You can lift that right arm up to the sky, so you're still supported because you're resting down through that right foot. Now, if you want to have a go here, the trick here is to really flex that left foot, so you're resting, you're balancing on the outside edge of that left foot. You can have a little go at just pigeon feet, back and forth. If you want to have a go then at coming into your tree pose, you can have a go at that. You want to have a go at grabbing hold of your right toes and seeing if you can stretch into that foot, into that leg. Have a go. Okay. Exhale. You can drop that foot back and then release that left hip down, coming onto your back, exhaling, bringing the knees into the chest, rocking it out. Back on the ground. Then you're going to bring your hands to your ankles on the insides of your legs. Rock it out here as well. Or you can stay static again, just breathe into just being still here as the inner thighs start to open. And then on the exhale, you're going to extend that right leg down, and you're in your supine pigeon, you're holding onto the left knee with the left hand, and you're holding onto the left heel with the right hand. Just rock it out, pulling that left foot towards the back of the mat. Then from here, you're going to bring your right hand over to your left knee, open up your left arm, shoulder height, palm to sky, pull that left knee down to the right side. And again, you're holding underneath that left knee with your right hand. So you're supporting that left knee in your spinal twist so that your left knee is in line with your left hip, so it's parallel. That top of that thigh is parallel to the ground, and you're rooting down through your left shoulder. Exhale. So you're setting yourself up for this pose, for this spinal twist. So everything is correct. You're pushing down through that left shoulder, and then you can release that right knee, keep that right angle in that, sorry, the left knee, keep that right angle in that left knee, and just let the left knee find its way down to the ground. Gravity is doing its work. You're not doing anything. You're just allowing your body just to release and let go and see where it goes. You're going to feel this opening and expansion all around the ribs as well. And then on the exhale, I'm going to roll all the way over to the right side. Drop that left knee to the right. I'm going to mirror you again so you can see. Left knee to the right side. Bring that right arm underneath the right ear. Rest the head. And then bend that right leg. Grab hold the little toe side of the right foot. And push away. Breathe. You're pushing away, really getting that thigh stretch, and you're opening up that left shoulder and that left lung so you can breathe more fully. And really focus on the quality of your breath here. Really filling the belly, filling the lungs. Full belly breathing here. Okay, inhale, you're going to release that right leg. You're going to roll onto your back, and you're crossing that, I'm going to swap back now. You're crossing that left foot over the right knee, and you're going to hold on to the left knee with the left hand, the left heel with the right hand. And again, you're going to bring that right knee to the back of the mat, but you're going to use that right knee to leverage. So the more you're bringing that right knee towards your face, the more stretch you're going to feel here in that left side. Okay, so that's where you've got the control of how much stretch, you want to bring in to this pose. This can really hurt your hip. You can feel the aching of the hips when you push too far in this pose, but you've got a nice flexed left foot. And then you're going to just raise that right heel skywards. Again, you'll notice you're bringing that right foot to the back of the mat, you're getting more stretch here. Okay, then you can keep that left hand on the left knee, bring that right hand onto the outside of the right thigh, and then just rock up once or twice. Okay, so you're trying to find your balance here. You're using your core. You're pushing through that right heel. So you're in a kind of bound Navasana, boat pose. And then on the exhale, you're going to drop that right foot down, and you're going to bring that left foot over the right knee, flex that right foot, ground down through that left foot, bind around that left knee. Exhale. Again, you're finding that grounding through your sit bones. You're sitting tall, your back, your spine, you're lifting all the way up through the spine to the back at the top of the crown. Sitting tall, shoulders away from the ears. A couple of breaths here. It feels really nice just to be, able to stop and find that stillness in your movement as well. Inhale, you're going to bring your arms above the head, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, you're going to twist to your left side. Again, you're bringing that right elbow around the left knee. Be on your left fingertips, look over your left shoulder, turning from that mid-core area. Inhale, bring your arms above the head, reach high, and you're going to counter twist. Exhale. I'm going to swap back. Again, I'm mirroring you here. Okay. Then you're going to slide that right hand so it's in line with your right hip. You're going to roll over to your right side so that you're on the outside edge of that right foot. So flex that right foot, ground down through the left foot, and you're back into your supported side plank. When you look down, you'll really spread those fingers. The more base you've got with that right hand, the better. And again, you can have a little go, tiptoeing that foot, or you can come into tree pose. Whatever you're doing, lift this left hip high, okay? You wanna have a go at grabbing hold of the left toes and straightening into that left leg, have a go. You might even wanna bring that left arm over the head. That also feels really good. Exhale. So you're just building strength in your arms, your core. You can rest that right hip down to the ground. Exhale, you're rolling back onto your back, knees into the chest, rock it out side to side. And then from here, we're going to come back up. So we're going to just cross our lower legs, and we're going to just rock back up and see if we can roll straight over onto our hands and knees. You know the drill. If that's not available to you, then you can come up onto your hands and knees in a way which works for you. Okay, and then you can just have a little shimmy here. You can just sway the hips. So when you're swaying them, you might want to look over your shoulder. So you could sway your hips to the left and look over the left shoulder. Sway your hips to the right, look over the right shoulder. Simultaneously breathing with your movement. So you're unlocking, again, you're unlocking all this tension, all this compression that resides in our lower back, just from our lifestyle. If you want to have a little free movement, you can do that. Just unlocking the spine and the hips. Then you're going to tuck the toes, and you're going to push straight up into your first downward facing dog of the day. And again, you can just freely move in your down dog as you bring that mobility, flexibility, space into the joints, the hamstrings, spread those fingers, lift those hips, plug those arms, bend those knees, push that mat apart. And then you're going to gently tippy-toe your way to the front of your mat. Okay, so you're in your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Your knees can be nice and bent. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. So you're just gently opening up the hamstrings, bend the knees. Inhale, curl up through the spine, look towards the belly, bring your arms above your head. Really fire the core. Drop the tail, exhale, bringing your hands to prayer. Okay, so on our feet, so we're going to come into Utkatasana. So all these things that we're going to do now, we did them last week. We're going to throw a few things into the mix, but you've done this. We're going to just try and bring a little bit of speed and a little bit of flow into the sequence. So we're reaching forwards and we're pushing the butt back, looking towards the ground. Exhale, you're going to bend forward, find your hands, and then hinge from your hips as you bring your arms above your head. In your bound Uttanasana forward fold, release the neck. Release your hands on each side of the feet and take your right foot back, ground your hands, and then straight into your split dog with your left leg. Open up that left hip. So the left hip is tracking over the right hip. Look underneath your right armpit. Check for your toes. Exhale. Push through the left hand as much as the right hand. And then you can bring your gaze up underneath your left armpit. Okay. Nice, spread those fingers. Exhale, you're going to square your hips to the front of the mat and you're getting a nice line. So you're trying to get as long as you can by pushing right from your hands to the tip of that tip of the left toes. Okay. Inhale, you're going to scoop your belly and you're going to kiss that left knee and you're going to bring yourself into some sort of semi-plank. And then on the exhale, you're going to come back into your split dog. Okay, find that length. Then from here on the inhale, you're going to, exhale, you're going to kiss that left knee again. You're going to come back into that semi-plank. And then you're going to just try and swing that foot, not in between your hands, but sort of 3/4 of the way up your mat. And then ground that right foot, ground the right foot. Okay, and you're going to come up into your warrior one. Inhale. Okay, you might want to shimmy your feet forward a bit. Pull that left hip back in your warrior one. I'm going to change over so you can see me. On the exhale, you're going to just open up to your right side into warrior two. Adjust the feet, look down, make sure you're tightrope rather than train track. Exhale, you're going to rest that left elbow on the left knee. You're going to sweep that right arm all the way forwards, all the way around behind you. Exhale, you're going to rest it behind you until you can see your fingers somewhere around your waist. Look up towards the sky, opening up that right shoulder. Okay, so you can breathe easy here. You can take it up a little bit. You can just take that left hand so it's just hovering over above the floor, or you can rest those left fingers on the floor. You can even rest those left fingers on the outside of the left knee. Have a little go at that. Pushing into the outside edge of that right foot. If you want to go for the bind, again, we did this the last couple of weeks, you can bring that left arm underneath the left knee and then bind. Okay. Breathe, remembering it's all the breath. The breath helps you. Nice, Danny. Good. Gorgeous. Good, Steffi. Fabulous. Nice, Heather. Good, Ian. Okay. From here, you're going to release the bind. You're going to bring your hands on each side of your left foot, coming onto the right toes. And then inhale, you're going to come up to Anjaneyasana, your high lunge. Reach high, belly in, tailbone down, shoulders away from the ears. Find your balance. Okay, and then you're going to propel yourself forwards, bringing your right knee in front of you, binding your hands around that right knee. So you're bending into that left leg. Find your drishti. From here, you've got a couple of options. I'm going to mirror you. You can either stay here and then bring that right arm behind you and look to your right hand. If you want to take it up, you can bring your fingers around your right big toe and extend that right leg, looking to your right. Breathe, find your drishti, bend into that landed leg. Exhale, you're going to release that right leg. You're going to bring that left hand around behind your back. You're going to slide your right hand down your shin, your right shin, and you're going to see, I'll show you from the back. You're going to see if you can just grab hold with that left hand, grab hold of your right arm. Okay? Bending into that landed leg. Now from here, you can then bring that left hand around the right foot as well, opening up that front body. Pulling those shoulder blades towards each other. You're going to start to feel the lactic acid is really burning now. And then you're going to just hinge forwards. You can always let go of one of those hands. If you're going to have to let go of one hand, let go of your right hand. Okay. You're coming into your reverse dancers pose. Looking down, pushing away. And then when you're ready, you're going to release that right leg and you're going to track those right fingers down to the ground. And then you're going to look up to your left side in your reverse half moon. So we did all of this last week. So you're using the breath, slow, steady breathing. And then see from here if you can hover. Danny, you might be able to hover a little bit, have a little go at hovering. That right hand. Okay. Good. And then you're going to just bring your left foot back, ground your hands, step back into your downward facing dog, walk your dog. Roll over the toes on the inhale, coming into plank. Come down, keeping yourself off the floor if you can. Roll over the feet into up dog. Drop the knees, exhale, have a little rest in either puppy or child's pose balasana. You can keep your hands above your head. You can just rest your elbows on the ground and catch your breath. A few breaths here, just checking in with your breathing. Allowing the weight to come through the forehead and also through the butt, so you're bringing your butt down towards your heels. And then you're going to straighten your arms in front of you on the inhale. You're going to come up onto your tabletop. And again, you're going to just start to rock your hips, sway your hips. Unlocking, untrapping, all that tension which sits in our sacrum. Connecting body and breath. From here, you can just have another little bit of free movement. Figure of eights, whatever feels good, or you can keep the sway. Tuck the toes, exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Walking your dog. And then from here, you can walk, step, or jump. I think we should all have a little go at jumping because I know that you guys all can. So you're going to bend your knees down an inch or so above the ground, spread your fingers, bring your gaze forwards, push your butt back, and then spring your feet in between your hands. Coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do this 3 times. You should be able to start to straighten your legs a little bit more on the inhale as you come up. Exhale. Just sink into your Uttanasana, let the neck go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let the neck go. Bend through the knees, push up through the feet, all 4 corners of the feet, bring your arms above the head. Ascending prayer, pull the belly in, exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Gorgeous. Going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to really try and find the flow here. So we're coming back into Utkatasana. Feet are straight to the front of the mat. Knees are tracking over the feet as opposed to knocking towards each other. And your neck is nice and long. You're not looking forwards, you're looking down. Exhale, bind your hands. Bring your hands above the head. Hinge from the hips as you're aiming to bring those hands in front of you. Good. Steph has got a cat with her as well as a baby today. 2 babies. Release the neck. Okay. Bring your hands down on each side of the feet. You're going to take your left foot back, ground your hands, sweep that right leg back into split dog. Bend that right knee. Trap that right hip over the left hip. Push through the right hand as much as the left. Look underneath the left armpit. You can see your toes. And then you can bring your gaze up underneath your right armpit. So you're really opening up that right hip. Really feel that opening of that right hip area. It feels so good. Push equally through the hands. And then on the inhale, you're going to straighten your right leg, square your hips to the front of your mat. And then you're going to scoot the belly. On the exhale, you're going to kiss your right knee. You're going to bring your shoulders above your wrists. Spread your fingers. Inhale. Raise that right leg back up to split dog. Exhale, kiss that right knee again as you bring your shoulders above your wrists in your kind of plank. And then bring that right foot, you're going to sweep that right foot 3/4 of the way up your mat, ground that left foot down, bend into the right knee, and then sweep yourself up into your warrior one. Arms above the head, pull that right hip back, check that your right knee is tracking over the ankle, all the usual alignment points. Again, here, your feet will be probably train track. Some people can do this on a tightrope. I can't personally. Really making sure that right knee is tracking properly over the right ankle. Exhale, open up your arms coming into your warrior two. So you're going to have to widen your feet, bring your feet back on that tightrope again, shoulders away from the ears. Close your eyes here, pull the belly in. Just connect with your breath. Ground through the feet. Unlock those shoulders. Good. Check in with your breath. Find that stillness. And then you can start to shimmy your right foot forward. Rest that right elbow on the right knee. Sweep that left arm forwards, all the way around. Big breath in. Exhale. You're going to rest that left hand somewhere around your right hip, and then you're going to open up the left shoulder. Your right palm is facing the sky. Open up that left shoulder, left lung. You can stay here. If you want to take it up, you can just hover that right hand above the ground. You're using the core, you'll feel it all around the glutes, all around the back of that bum, top leg. Or you can bring that right hand on the outside of the right knee, and then you can rest those right fingertips on the ground, and you're opening up that left hip, shoulder here. You want to go for the bind, you can stay here because it's still strong. You want to go for the bind again, you're welcome to. You can just bring that right elbow underneath the right knee, bind your fingers, looking up over the left shoulder. Steady, slow, easy breathing. Good. Looking up over that left shoulder. Good. Release the bind, or wherever you are in your pause, in this side stretch. Bring your hands onto each side of that right foot. Shimmy onto your left toes. Bend into that left knee. Sweep your arms all the way up into your high lunge. Drop the tail, pull in the belly. Find your feet. Exhale, bring your left knee up. Find your hands around the left knee. Exhale. Find your drishti. And I'm going to come and mirror you so you can see. Again, from here, we're going to bring that right hand around the left knee. We're going to open up our left arm to the left side. We can stay here. You can bring your gaze to your left fingertips if you want to have a go at binding your right fingers around your left front toes, big toe, go for it. If you are straightening into that left leg, you can keep that left leg bent. Over time, you'll straighten it. It's not essential. You're looking back, bringing your gaze to your left fingertips. Release that left leg. And you're going to bring that right arm behind your back. Again, you're going to slide that left hand down the left shin. I'm going to show you from here. And then you're going to just bring, I'll do it this way. I'm going to bring that right hand so it's kind of around that lower, kind of around the left wrist. Pull those shoulder blades towards each other, micro bend in that right knee. Then from here, you can see if you can bring that right hand to bind with your left hand around the back of that left, the front of that, the top of that left foot. And then from here, you're going to hinge forwards into your dancer's pose. So again, here you're going to keep hold of that left foot with your right hand. Bring that left hand forward, exhale, hinge forwards, bringing your gaze down, making sure that that right foot is straight to the front of the mat. Okay. Then from here, you're going to release that left leg, and you're going to keep traveling down until your left fingertips are on the ground, or you can bend into that right knee to achieve that, or you can hover. And then you're going to aim to bring your right arm up to the sky, looking up to your fingers. Your reverse half moon. Breathing steady. It's all about the breath. That's going to hold you in these positions. You're building your resilience, cultivating balance. Exhale, bring that right hand down, step that left foot back. And rather than come into, actually, do you know what? Yeah, no, bend, yeah, ground down into the outside edge of that left foot, and then sweep yourself up into your warrior two. Bring that right foot so it's straight to the side of your mat with your left foot, pigeon toe. Bring your hands behind your back and pull your front body open. So when you're doing that, you're still holding this kind of area. You're contracting this area, but you're opening up this area. If you're contracting this, if you're holding this tight, you're not going to compress the lower back, okay? And then from here, you can hinge from the hips on the exhale, bringing those arms back over your head towards the floor. Maybe try and open your feet a little bit wider here. See what happens. The crown of your head is gently edging towards the ground. Release those hands if you like. Just rest those hands on the outside of the ankles. And just hang out here. Release the neck. And then from here, you're going to just bring your hands in front of you, so underneath your shoulders. You're coming into your halfway lift. And as you exhale and you come down, you're going to bring that right hand somewhere around the outside edge of that left leg. And you're going to sweep that left arm all the way back round to grab something on your right hip. We did this last week. You're releasing again from the hips, but you're looking over that left shoulder. Exhale. So your feet are pigeon toe. You're holding somewhere on the outside edge of that left leg to leverage you round. So you're trying to twist from your mid-core. I really like this. It's a really nice bound twist. Everything's quite supported. But you're really trying to hinge. You're trying to let your neck go towards the floor. Inhale, release the bind. Then bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, coming up halfway. And then on the exhale, you're going to just bring that left hand somewhere on the outside of that lower right leg, and then sweep that right arm all the way round, exhaling. And again, here you've got the bind. So you're releasing your top of your head to the ground. So you're hanging out here, but you're also twisting. You're opening up that right shoulder. So there's a lot going on here. You're twisting and hanging and opening up the lung. Exhale, release the bind. And then you're going to just tread yourself to the front of your mat, coming onto the back toes. I think it's probably your left toes, potentially. And then you're going to step back into your dog. Exhale. On the inhale, you're going to roll over your toes into your plank. Exhale, come all the way down. Well, come an inch above the floor, roll forwards into up dog. So you're building that strength in your arms. Drop the knees, exhale. Puppy or Vinyasa, child's pose. You can keep your arms in front of you. You can just rest the elbows on the ground. Allowing, just noticing the weight in the butt that's coming down towards the mat. So the weight is coming down through the butt to the heels. It's also coming down through the forehead, and it's also coming from the shoulders, because you know, you can bet your life that someone out there is holding their shoulders right now. I do it all the time. So it's bringing awareness to where you're still holding on. and unlocking the tension. Checking in with the breath. Inhale, stretching your arms in front of you again. You're going to curl up onto your hands and knees, into your tabletop. You're going to bring your feet one way or the other, so either to the left or to the right, and just drop your butt so that you can just bring your legs in front of you. Okay, so you're in staff pose, you're in Dandasana. This is quite a difficult pose. In fact, what we're going to do here is we're going to open up our legs wide. So this pose apparently is brilliant for men. I know there are some girls in the room, but this is brilliant for men because actually, especially men, the posture, you know, we've become so locked in our bodies over time. So the tendency for all of us actually is to be like that. So by opening your legs wide, you might have bent legs. But if you're trying to internally rotate those inner thighs, flex the feet, you're opening up that front body. So you're bringing your hands behind you and you're opening up the front body. I'm going to come and have a look because it seems an unlikely pose. So for girls, it's much easier, nice mat. So yeah, you're trying to, flex the feet, and over time, slowly your legs will straighten. It feels good. Okay, good. So you can just breathe here. And then you're going to release, and then you're going to bring that right leg in towards, the right foot in towards you. And then you're going to bring that left leg so it's straight. Okay. Inhale, bring your arms above the head. Reach high, exhale, you're going to twist to your right. Leverage on the outside of that right knee. Inhale, bring your arms above the head. So you're going to counter twist. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, you're going to bring your arms up. And you're going to bring that left knee, left leg back up. And you're going to go for the bind again. So you're going to see if you can bring your left elbow underneath that left knee and see if you can get the bind again. We did this last week, okay? I'm going to show you from here. So really try and make some space between your feet. And then you're going to look over your right shoulder, okay? If you can, let the weight fall to the right side. You might be able to lift that left leg up, and you might want to straighten into that left leg. Lifting over the right shoulder. Exhale. You can drop the left foot down, release the bind, and then bring your feet back into Dandasana. Inhale, bring your arms above the head. Exhale, and just forward fold. Again, I know this is hard for some people who are not forward people, they're more side people. It's not about getting your nose to the toes, it's just about finding the edge, but you're hinging from the hips. Release the neck. Really breathe into any areas of resistance. And you might even be able to bind your hands around your feet so you can leverage yourself forwards, but you're trying to keep a straight back. Or you might have your hands on the ground, that's good enough. Hinge from the hips. Inhale, come up, bring that left leg in towards you. So you're in a kind of tree pose. Root down through those sit bones, flex the right foot. Inhale, bring your arms above the head. Reach high, exhale, you're going to twist to your left, leveraging on the outside of the left knee. Exhale. Inhale, bring your arms above the head. Exhale, you're going to twist to your right. Exhale. Inhale, you're going to bring your arms above the head, and you're going to bring that right foot towards you. You're going to ground down through the right foot, and then you're going to hook underneath that right knee with your right elbow. You're going to bring that left arm behind you and see if you can catch the bind, opening up that left shoulder, looking over that left shoulder. if you've got the bind. If you haven't got the bind, it doesn't matter. You know my mantra. See if you can just bring the weight to the left side, looking over the left shoulder, and then you can straighten into that right leg. If you haven't got the bind, you're just finding your stretch, you're just edging your way round. Okay. Exhale, we're going to release that right foot down, release the bind, exhale. Straighten those legs, move the fleshy bit out the way. Inhale, bring your arms above the head. Reach high, exhale, you're going to hinge from the hips. You could just have your hands here, could just be there. That is fine. You're still going to find your edge here. For some of you, you'll be able to reach your hands around your feet and pull yourself forwards. You might even want to have your knees bent here. Have a little go at that if you want to bend your knees, and then you can grab hold of the feet. And then over time, you can gently straighten into those legs. Breathe here. Beautiful big belly breaths. Nothing like a good old belly breath to dissolve all that resistance in the body. Inhaling, you're going to curl up. Now I'm going to give you something a little bit fun to try. So we're going to bring our feet mat width apart. Okay. We're going to have a little go at side crow. Now, the way you're going to do side crow, I'm going to do it to my left side, you're going to do it to your right side. So if I do it here. So your feet are hip width, okay? And then you're going to bring your hands to your right side so that your hands are facing that way. So I'm mirroring you. So your right hand is kind of in line with your right hip somewhere. And your left hand is, you've got your left elbow on the outside of that right knee somewhere. Okay, this is just to have fun with, have a go with. I can just about do this, okay? So it's just about having a little go. The way that you're going to get into this is you're going to actually lift your butt fully off the ground. And then you're going to rest that right leg on the tricep of the left arm. And then you're going to see if you can lift up into your side balance. Have a little go. It's all fun. If you don't feel like doing it, don't do it. I love people not doing things I don't feel like doing. It's great. So you've got to lift your butt off the ground. Good, Steve. Nice, Heather. So you've got to make that ledge again with that tricep as usual, as you do in your other crow. I'm going to show you again for those who want to go. So you're lifting up. Your hands are facing the side of your mat. And then you're going to bring that weight down, and then you're finding that ledge and you're able to lift up. Okay, we're going to come down. We're going to have another little go on the other side. It's all fun. Okay, so you've got your feet hip width apart. Again, you're going to bring your arms up, and then you're kind of trying to reach over so that you've got that right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Ground your hand down. The left hand's in somewhere in line with your left hip or just behind your left hip. And then in order to get that kind of the correct, setting yourself up correctly, you've got to lift the bum up. You can't go into it not lifting up because you won't be able to get that. You won't be able to lift yourself off the ground. So you've got to lift yourself up, and then you're coming down into it like that. Go, Steve. If you're not doing this, you can just come down onto your back, bring the knees into the chest. You can come up into your shoulder stand if you fancy inverting, or you can stay there. Steph is determined not to give up. Nice, Ian. Ian's going for the hip stretch. So remembering you're pulling that left knee in towards your face knee, Ian, and just flex that right foot. Yeah, good. Good. Wherever you are. Some of you in shoulder stands, some of you are just keeping it restorative. Have your knees into the chest. You've done a lot of twisting, but by all means, it's always nice to end on a spinal twist at the end. You can bring your knees to the right side and then the left, wherever you are. So Steffi, you might want to bring those toes over your head. Plow. Nice, Heather. Good. Everyone's working with where they feel right now. Nice, Matt. Try and climb your hands up your back, Matt. Yeah. Good. And you're really aiming for that vertical line with your legs. Good. Nice, Derek. And then when you're ready to come down. Bring your arms back out, splay to the sides. Exhale as you bring your legs down in front of you into Shavasana. If you have any low back issues, you can keep your legs straight. But everything we've done today is so good for squeezing out that tension in the lower back. You know, it's really unlocking the tension, particularly in the spine. So you're checking in back in with your breath. Checking back in with your body. And you're using your breath to transcend your mind. The mind starts to wander off about the to-do list, all the things that you're meant to be doing. It's 5 minutes more. You've carved this time out. That's what I say to you. The time is already yours. Here you're somewhere between proactivity and rest. That's why it's quite difficult. You know, the mind wants to kick back in. Just let the thoughts come and go. On each out breath, just let the body sink into the ground a little bit more. I urge you to stay here for as long as you can, another 5 minutes ideally. The time now is 1 o'clock, just so you know. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. It's always a pleasure. See you. I'll see you soon. Namaste.